The Great River Shakespeare Festival is running now through July 31st, featuring Twelfth Night, and the African Company presents Richard III and more at Minnesota's premier Shakespeare Festival in Winona, Minnesota. Buy tickets online at grsf.org. Great River, great drama. Get outside in Pepin County. Pack up the family and visit the childhood home of Laura Ingalls Wilder. Sail on Lake Pepin, bike the Chippewa River State Trail, hike up Maiden Rock, and throw a line in a trout stream. Sign up to win a vacation at visitpepincounty.com. We jumped on the line again with Neil Ziggerlicki. This time we chatted about Fourth Fridays in La Crosse, a new Riverside event featuring arts, crafts, beer, food, and local music. We connect on the impetus of the event and dig into this addition to the foodie and art scene. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is La Crosse Local.
Fourth Fridays in La Crosse. So how did this idea come up?
The idea has kind of been around for a number of years with our staff. We've done some young professional events where we brought in at least one or two food trucks, and we usually called it the Fall Fest. And it was just for kind of our young professionals group here. But as we continued to have conversations, the idea around having kind of a food, beer, art, music event in downtown was just something that we thought La Crosse was lacking, and we wanted to fill that gap. We basically had discussions as a team that said, why isn't anyone doing this? And should it be us? After some discussions, we said, yep, let's have the chamber do it. We feel like we have the capacity. We have the connections to the downtown businesses and the food vendors, some of the food trucks, the arts. Let's do this for La Crosse. Let's put together a great community event.
We kind of referenced the beer, the food, the art. What can people expect when they show up? Where are they going to?
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to the event's called Fourth Fridays on Front Street. So Fourth Fridays on Front. So it's actually the south side Riverside Park. And basically we will have art along the walkway, the nice walkway in between Reinhardt and Radisson. That'll be filled with art vendors. And then as you spill into Front Street and into Riverside Park, you'll see some food trucks, food vendors. We'll have Pearl Street Brewery there to provide beer. And then sprinkled throughout the entire event, we're actually going to have street music. So not stage majorly amplified, but more of that street music type vibe.
There's a number of events that are kind of accelerating because of the summer and just coming out of past couple of years. You know, you got the Friday farmers markets, First Fridays, as you mentioned, art walks. Are you excited to see the growth of these sort of events kind of growing, especially yours, adding to the mix?
Yeah, absolutely. You look at the farmers market, and you look at the First Fridays art walks, you look at our event, you look at Moon Tunes, all those certain events are just, they're fantastic community events. And one thing that's they call it the fourth wave of economic development is really placemaking. It's making events and places and things that people really love about the community. And this type of event just adds to that for the La Crosse area.
We kind of reference being the chamber, but also these sort of after hours sort of get-togethers. It's not necessarily just for businesses, it's for the general public as well, correct?
Yeah, the Fourth Fridays event is open for everyone. It's a free event. People can attend all ages. And we do think that the younger professionals and maybe even college students is a good opportunity for them to get involved and to get downtown and be a part of a kind of a larger group, a community group. So it is absolutely for everyone. Now, our other chamber events, those are usually for our chamber members, but this is the one kind of event that the chamber's putting on for everyone. And we're excited about it. Kind of going back a question about the idea of this, we've seen other communities do this as well. Eau Claire has one, Rochester has one. When you get into some larger areas, Kansas City has one. That's one that I've experienced myself. And they really bring in the arts and the music as well. And it was just the thought process is, why can't we do that? We should be able to do that here. We have the river, the bluffs. We have a perfect spot to do it, and let's do it.
Was it Kansas City, Missouri?
Yeah, KCMO. Yep,
Yeah,
Kansas City. They call it Theirs is First Fridays, and it's in the Crossroads District within Kansas City.
I mean, that'd be a great event to kind of model this afterwards. I was actually down there a few years ago, and it was actually a wonderful event, basically bouncing around, checking out art, food samples. It was a great time. So it's nice to see La Crosse kind of adapting those kind of ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife and I went there, I think 3 or 4 years in a row, and we always traveled and made sure we went on when that event was happening. We attended, and we always came back and said, man, La Crosse should be doing this. And then having the conversation with our chamber was, you know what, we could do that here and bring that same type of good community atmosphere into La Crosse area as well.
It's kind of the inaugural year for this, but is there things, are you planning anything for the future or any sort of additions you might think might come along?
Yeah, and based on how many people we have and sponsors and attendance and things like that, I do think that it can grow. Maybe it is something that we do bring in some more performers, local performers from a music perspective. But I think that it also just helps to create elevation of the arts as well. Hopefully in the long run that people maybe attend the art walk, but then they're also going to some of the other art galleries in downtown, to the Regional Arts Center, the Pump House, and things like that. I think it can just grow. And I'm hoping that the downtown retail businesses, the restaurants and bars, that they can almost hop on to, hey, this event is happening. Let's promote something within our business as well to just elevate downtown, as this is a kind of go-to event for the whole area, no matter what type of business you have.
So, this is kind of an exciting event coming out of La Crosse Area Chamber of Commerce. Is there anything else that's coming down the line for you guys?
We're always looking at doing stuff in a different way, a new perspective. This is probably one of the largest ones. Other things, we have some pretty tried and true programs like our education classes and courses. But another new thing that we started from the Chamber of Commerce was the Better Business Summit, which was an in-person education course that we did in May. And it ended up being really well. And that was something that's new. It's just we're trying to be new, bring a new energy level to the chamber, elevate what the chamber does, and kind of have people understand the Chamber of Commerce is here to help and enhance the community in general. And a lot of people don't know what the Chamber of Commerce does. We work with a ton of businesses on just providing and being advocates for strong business in our area so that we all get to enjoy a great quality of life here in La Crosse. So do a ton of good stuff, but this is just one of those new ways to do something and to elevate the chamber.
If people want to check out Fourth Fridays or even learn a little bit more about the chamber, what's the best avenue for them to go to?
Yeah, they can go to our website, lacrossechamber.com. Under events, you'll see Fourth Fridays. Can check out our vendors there, the list of dates of when it's happening, July, August, and September on the Fourth Fridays. They can also go on to Facebook, and if you just Google Fourth Fridays La Crosse, you'll come up with it. If you're on Instagram, you can check out our handle is at Fourth Fridays LAX. So get in contact with us a whole bunch of different ways, but we're really excited about it. We have at least 7 to 10 food vendors lined up, about 15 to 20 art vendors, 2 to 3 musicians every single Friday. It's pretty awesome. We're excited about it.
La Crosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at La Crosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the La Crosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.